You and I talked a little bit before recording about the ballot process, getting on the ballot and the process that it is entailed behind that in Connecticut in your district, which is the craziest I've ever heard. So
It's
explain
crazy.
to Seth and the audience what you have to go through to get on the ballot in Connecticut.
Okay, so I'm going to make it as simple as I can. It's taken me about a year and a half of due diligence, plus conferring with other candidates, plus talking to the Secretary of State for any of us to even have a clear view. It's very challenging. So here's what it is. In order to petition onto the ballot for the Democratic Party, in order to get on the ballot for the Democratic Party, there are two ways. The first is you have to get 15% of the delegates at a nominating convention. The delegates are chosen from a bunch of public servants, right? Mayors, Board of Ed, all of that. People who serve their communities, locally elected officials, right? Some of them are establishment, some of them are progressive, right? The other way is you have a 42-day window. You only get 42 days. It starts April 28th, it ends June 9th. Period. Strict under over, no ifs, ands, buts, rebuttals, what have you. You have to get 2% of the voters registered to that party in the district
The
to sign
sign,
your petition, which in
right?
our very densely packed district, because people see Connecticut, they think
Hmm.
wealth, but we're very similar to New Jersey and New York
Yep.
and Massachusetts. People forget about us. We're a very densely packed area. So I personally need about 3,200. Now, historically, they say you should get 40% more and or double it because they're going to go through with a fine-tooth comb and throw out as many signatures as possible. This cursive was hard for me to read. She didn't
Stop
use her
there. Who's
maiden
they?
name.
Who's they gonna do that?
The Democratic Party.
Mm,
The Democratic Party,
motherfucker.
every time, every time. I signed up to fight fascism, and that's what I signed up to do. And the people who I wanted to be on my team are the only ones I've been able to fight so far. I've had an easier time. Actually, this is probably belongs in another area of the discussion, but I've had incredible discussions with constituents, some of them who are Republicans, who've been like, dude, if you make it on the general, I'm voting for you. I
Yeah,
haven't even had as hard of a time with MAGA because MAGA is fracturing so much.
right.
I've had an easier time talking to MAGA about impeachment, about the Epstein files, about the Iran war, and I've had an easier time bringing them into discussions about progressivism than I've had with the Democratic Party actually living up to their rhetoric of let the young come in.
Right. So I have
That's
multiple
insane.
questions. I'm going to hand it off to
Me
Seth
too.
because we take turns. But
Come at me.
I get the Democrat question. I get that. Don't,
Okay,
I'm,
I'm not going to take that
put
from
a
you.
pin in that.
I'm a numbers guy. I like numbers. So you said about 3,200.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know how many you ended up getting and how many they tried to knock out.
We're not there yet,
Okay.
right? So I have until June 9th. I'm
Okay.
still underperforming in my goal. My goal would have been to get about 200 signatures per day so that I would end up with like 88,500, 9,000. Because I
And
know that
that
they'll
and that and that
try
would put you in the clear.
because they're gonna cut 2 or 3 grand. I
Wow.
know they'll succeed. I know they will find a way. Right? Did they use their maiden name? Did they move? Did they only register to vote like 90 less than 90 days ago? How active are they? They will find and they will go in with lawyers and they will do like a background check and they will find a way to cut as many as possible because frankly, they're scared of how healthy a primary would be for the party. And I think it protects donors. I don't think it strengthens the incumbent. I don't think it strengthens the party, and I don't think it strengthens the voter option. And it certainly doesn't strengthen democracy, but it does strengthen the investment on the part of the donor. So when these bigger
Mhm.
companies can give 4, 5, 6 grand thanks to
They
Citizens
get a
United,
nice return on that.
they can be assured that they're not giving that money to someone who's going to get unseated. And
Yep.
I think that's the reason Connecticut has its strict ballot access laws. I truly am convinced after everything I've learned this year. But that is the only logical reason.